People in the chat, can you hear me? Yes. Yes. There we go. I've got my phone out, so I've also got an eye on the chat, so I have to keep bending down to the old computer that I'm streaming from. Let's have a look. Yo. All right, so how's everyone doing? I've got 5 people in at the moment. Shout out to everyone who's hyped in the chat. I'm doing all right, man. I guess I've been planning this live stream for a while, and as soon as it hits, I lose all the motivation to do animating. But anyone who knows pick fed or animating knows that's how it goes. When you set out to do something, your motivation goes right out the window. But I'm going to try. Hello, everyone. I'm trying to animate some stuff for metal. This is going to happen after Ungovernable. It won't have any spoilers in it or anything like that, so you can just watch along. The last live stream I did, I animated Bobby Lashley versus Daniel Bryan, and that actually aired only just now, and I did the live stream in like September, so this is probably going to be May time. I'm really ahead of it on this kind of stuff. The NRW 24/7 stuff, that's more recent. Yes, any questions, by the way, you can just pop them in the chat, and every so often, like every 20 minutes, half hour or so, I'll go through and answer all the questions, and I'll take a little bit of a break. But yeah, and shout out to the 23 people in here, your OGs. Thank you very much for joining me on this channel. But yeah, so I guess I'll start animating a little bit. If you guys want to put your questions in the chat or do whatever, you know, so fill the chat with questions. I'll get to it at like, we'll say 20 past. So yeah. And also any questions about what I'm doing, like how I'm animating or just anything in general about wrestling, because I've just finished watching Dynamite, and that 6-man tag was absolutely fantastic. Finally got around to watching it. So, got the big light on. And I normally wouldn't animate at this time, but I'm aware that obviously most of my viewers come from the US. So I'm trying to bridge the gap and bridge the difference. It's about 9 p.m. here. And I'd normally be in bed by this time because I feel like an old man. But yeah, right. So normally my setup is I can't really move the laptop. For some reason, YouTube won't let me film my live stream on a mobile because the channel's fairly new and you have to have like 1,000 subscribers for that. So if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, hit subscribe. We're going to try and hit 1,000 subscribers soon. And if you're already subscribed, thank you so much because we just hit 500 subs. On this channel, there's a bunch of different stuff I want to do, but it doesn't really fit in with the other main channel stuff, like reviews, because they didn't do too well last time, although I enjoyed doing them. So I thought I'll put them on this channel, and if people want to watch them, they can watch them here. If not, that's totally cool. But I'm also going to have NLW Turbo, which is kind of like AEW Dark Sunday Night Heat. But the matches I filmed, like it's Bryan versus Seidel, what else? Red Dragon versus Paul London and Brian Kendrick, and Hangman versus Drake Maverick. All those matches, they were just done on the fly. And you know what? Bryan versus Seidel, particularly, probably one of the favorite matches I've animated. Not animated because it's pick fed, but one of the favorite matches I've made this year, I would say. And that's high praise. But if I do for me, but I do like it a lot. So I hope you guys enjoy it. That's coming out Tuesday. So get hyped. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to answer some questions right now. So, yeah, I'll answer a few and then I'll stop at the chat. So, right, in the ring, what we're going to do, I've got a match planned between John Moxley, there you see him, and EC3, and of course his entourage, Sean Spears and The Miz at ringside. And maybe, if I've got time, although last time I didn't have time because I was planning on doing more, but I ended up just asking loads of questions for the 2 hours. So we'll see how this goes. And then maybe I'll get around to doing Nakamura and John Morrison. That's the match I want to film. Football. I don't really watch football anymore. I assume you mean American football. But I don't watch the NFL. Obviously, it's not really that big in the UK. And like the soccer. I'm not really into these days. Who's my favourite wrestler right now? That's a hard one. I'm not really sure because there's so many out there at the moment that I'm not really heavily invested in one or the other. I'd say Pac, probably. I just like his style. I like when he's kind of selling in his movements. I think they look very impactful considering his size and, you know, his build. So I'd say Pac right now. Yes, I'm all elite. Love AEW. Just finished watching it, like I said. Fantastic. Are you going to put the Jurassic Express in NLW? For sure. I saw the Luchasaurus and the Jungle Boy figures were announced. And I'm so excited to get them and use them. Favorite Chris Jericho figure? Probably the one where the Defining Moments one, where he's got the Undisputed titles. That's a good one. Jurassic Park. Oh my God. Yes, I watched it for the first time last week. And I know it's late, but it's so good. Yeah, I love Jurassic Park. Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy in NLW. Yes. Thank you. Hello, GSD Wrestling. Who do you think is the most underrated wrestler ever? Right now, Cesaro is pretty underrated because he's just been in the same position forever, but he's a fantastic wrestler. Maybe not the best talker, but I think Cesaro is pretty underrated. Favorite AEW wrestler? Like I said, Pac before. Do I listen to music or wrestling while fetting and animating? Usually, I would have like old Ruthless Aggression stuff on the TV from the network. If not that, then I watch. Like recently, I've been having The Simpsons on, and I don't know if you've heard of the show called not The Simpsons, obviously, but if you've heard of the show Recess on Disney. I loved that as a kid, and while I've been animating recently, I've been having it on in the background, and it just reminds me of my childhood. I love it. More. Yeah, favorite AEW wrestler is Pac, and I am getting AEW Series 4. I've pre-ordered them all. And the next pay-per-view after the Metal pay-per-view, it's an NLW exclusive one, but I'm not going to tell you what it is until Metal's done and out of the way. But you'll find out the first match for that in about a month or two. But yeah, I've got some massive things planned for the NLW pay-per-view, let alone the Metal one that's coming up. That's going to be a big one. And also, yeah, the next NLW pay-per-view, which should be around June, that's going to be huge. I've got a massive match planned for the main event that you'll be very excited to see because people have been asking for it for a very long time. Riho, yes, I want to add her because I want more women's figures in there. How did you decide to add or write off? Who to add or who to write off as your Fed grows? How do I manage my roster as the show gets bigger and bigger? Oh, nice. Okay, so that's a really good question. As I go along, it's just who I don't really see fitting in the Fed anymore. For example, you got Dean Ambrose, or who was Dean Ambrose at the time, in WrestleMania 3. At the time, I thought, I've kind of exhausted all the creative avenues I've got. And then when he came back in real life as Jon Moxley, I thought, right, there's someone who's got a lot of momentum in the real world. How can I translate that into my Fed? I want to add him back. And yeah, and then people I want to add, just people I'm fans of. So I can tell you Orange Cassidy's already playing into my plans because I'm a massive fan of the guy. So I want to add him. And yeah, guys like Pac as well that I've recently started watching again. I thought, you know what, I'll bring him back into NLW proper. Tuesday, innit? Yeah. Favorite Jon Moxley, underrated wrestler. Yeah. I've answered those. Series 3, yes. Favorite women's wrestler right now. I mean, she's not in there, but Becky Lynch. Yeah, hopefully she comes back soon. Well, I understand, you know, but raising a kid, it's not easy to get back into, you know, the ring or whatever it is. Favorite figure that I own, I'd probably say, I'm not really sure. I do like I can't remember what I've said before. That's a tough one. I like the Rey Mysterio, the Halloween Havoc one. That's a really good one that comes to mind. No face reveal, if I can help it. Ricochet, yeah, love Ricochet. Who's worse, Hardcore Holly or Ryback? I used to love Hardcore Holly as a kid. No joke. I bought his figure and I was like, I bought his book. I read his book. So I even know I was a Ryback mark, to be honest, because my first ever WWE event I went to, it was Raw in Birmingham, and Ryback was in the main event teaming with John Cena, and I was just so hyped for Ryback. Obviously, it's changed now, but yeah, I'd say I'll pick Hardcore Holly out of both of them. favorite wrestling podcast, OSW and the Attitude Era podcast are really good. And I recently started listening to Deadlock as well. Okay, right. So I've got the I've answered a fair few questions. I'll get to the rest of you in about 10, 20 minutes, but I'll start animating because that's what a lot of you are here for. Yeah, because we're at 10 past. Yeah, we can afford that. All right. So I won't check the chat for a bit, but keep asking questions and keep chatting because it's funny. I like it. I'm drinking as well because I'm nervous and I want this live stream to go well. It went all right last time and I enjoyed it quite a bit. But with these metal matches, I'm kind of winging it a lot of the time because the NLW ones, because like in kayfabe, NLW's live and metal's taped. So, and because metal is like, let's say that metal's like in clip format, I tend to just ad-lib it a lot. So I don't really have a master plan in place. I've got the finish laid out and what I want going for it. But aside from that, there's not really a lot of scripting in it. So this will be one of the episodes after Ungovernable. It doesn't have any spoilers in it, so don't worry about that, all that jazz. But yeah. So basically, it's difficult as well with an audience, I must say. I'm trying to think how I can present something interesting whilst at the same time giving you something to enjoy and watch along with. I don't know how many people are here at the moment, but thank you all. Oh, 39, that's sick. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. And if you are new, do consider subscribing. Trying to get to 1,000 soon. I'm going to be putting out some more videos later on, and more interesting videos, I should say. Yeah, so. Right. So I'll kind of commentate as I'm doing this. You know, the whole Hollywood thing that I've got going on with The Miz and Sean Spears and EC3. Well, I've still got some photos on here. Well, there we go. We're ready to go. The height issue on the Mox figure as well, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Because for the most part, like the wrestlers I'm putting him in there with, they are quite a lot of the time smaller, so it doesn't matter as much. Yeah, last time I managed all right to kind of talk and do this as I was going along, but you'll know when the episode comes out that the animation quality isn't as good. Because I'm trying to focus on being an entertaining host as well as trying to get some decent animation done. But as with the last live stream I did like a couple months ago, I'm probably just going to end up finishing it off at a later date. I didn't even finish that match I was doing then, but that was a longer one. This is going to be more like clip format, so it won't be too bad. Yeah, we just got to figure out what moves I'm doing. If there's any spots as well that you think would be cool to add to this match, pop them in the chat, and then I'll add them after I've sort of finished this little section here. So if there's any like moves or spots in this match that would be cool to animate, let me know, and I'll just wing it. Be careful not to get my face in there. That doesn't look too bad. Yeah, I'll show you on this as well. I'll show you on the camera in a bit, like what it's looking like and how it, it's looking. And if there's any tips or things you want to know, like if you've got like a fed going, or you set one up that you want kind of advice about, and also pop that in the chat, and I'll get to it in about 10, 20 minutes. About half past, I'll check the chat, but for now, I'm just kind of winging it. yeah, it's going to get to the boring bit where I'm going to be like, I'm just going to be focusing too much. I'm not going to be able to like speak or kind of be entertaining. I'll tell you what, like I did the AEW figure reviews, but it's been such a long time since I've kind of done one of those things where I've sat to the camera or like filmed something and not had it scripted out. So I was going, I'm in an R in, and there were so many points where I watched it back and I was like annoyed, you know, I was annoyed by my voice because of how many times I was stuttering and kind of just taking like unnecessary pauses and things. And I had to edit out a lot of that video. But hopefully the Elite 84 review, I think, is a little bit better because I'm more mindful of what I'm saying when I'm doing it. Let's see. Do you know what? All things considered, I know a lot of people complain about the height on the Mox figure, but I really like it. I think it's very well posable. In fact, I've already filmed all of Unchained, and the first match I actually did was him versus Angle with this figure, and it was, yeah, I thought it was like one of my best matches because what did I do? I wrote like the spots I wanted to do in the match, and then I kind of had a little bit of an internal crisis about how NLW was going, and I really wasn't happy with how NLW was going in, like, I want to say November, because I did my reboot in September, and the matches, I mean, the episodes were short so I could get more out and kind of create a little bit of buzz around it. But now I think I've struck a formula where, even though it does take more time, and perhaps, you know, on the whole, people may not watch as much of it, I'm happy with myself because I enjoy watching those episodes back more than I did when I have done before. So, and also they seem to be doing well, and you guys seem to be digging the longer episodes. So I'm trying to continue that and get more like longer episodes out, just less frequently. So I'm not going to be spamming videos just to fill time. I want to put time into it. And yeah, I can say, because Metal is Saturday, and that's, in my opinion, that's one of my favorite episodes that I've done because it's got so many storyline threads going in it. And then the draft is the Saturday after, so in about a week, and that's going to have a couple of big surprises on it. And yeah, like the NLWs, between NLW 89 and 92 up until Ungovernable, those NLWs are some of my favorite shows I've ever done. And the same with Metal, to be fair, although Metal, I would say that the Ungovernable pay-per-view, because I filmed it already, in my opinion, it's one of my favorite events that I've ever made. And after that, the shows I'm planning are better than the ones leading up to it. But all that said, I think they're good shows. Otherwise, I wouldn't put them out. So I'm not trying to like downplay them or anything. It's just like a personal thing going on. But I don't know if many of you know, I was asking for feedback. I always ask for feedback on Instagram and stuff because I want to make sure that the shows are to your liking as well as mine. Because if I'm digging something and it's just not clicking, then, you know, there's no point. Oh, this match is going to suck. I'm already like starting it, and I'm just, yeah, screw it. I don't mean, like, you need to know. That's one tip as well. You need to know the movesets of the guys in the match so you can make it realistic. And I'm not really too aware of the moveset of EC3, so it makes it more difficult. For Turbo, though, I've got a good plan because I've got a lot of wrestlers on there that I don't necessarily know the movesets of kind of to heart. However, you just get a compilation, top 10 moves, and then try and emulate them in pick-fed form. So if you're starting out, that's a good shout, I should say. If you're trying to make matches or write matches, say you've got, for example, here, you've got John Moxley and EC3, get up on a tab on your computer or your laptop, just EC3 top 10 moves, John Moxley top 10 moves, and then try and think of ways that they can interact with each other using those moves. Yeah. I'm worried as well that the light's going to be too bright when I do it. And we'll see. This isn't going to be too long either, because it's going to be like a short match to open the show. I don't know what episode it's going to be. Probably like episode 76 or 77, something like that. And for those of you wondering, my hand doesn't come in the shot. I used to use string back in the day, although it didn't yield very good results. So I've kind of created a cheek style. Some call it lazy. There's people in this very chat who are better animators than me. I'll shout out ALW stop motion, because you do really, really good animation. It's kind of a motivation for me to try and get better at it. And there's also a bunch of other people probably watching that are just as good. You know, there's very talented people in the community, I must say. And yeah, like, I've done this for 10 years and I've gotten a little bit better, I like to think, but you guys are just like insane. Some of the animators out there in the community, and even like the Fed-in, it's pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, it's weird stuff. All right, I'll show you on the camera. I don't know if you can see that. You can kind of see it. It's a bit bright, but I'll show you what all I've got so far. So at the moment, like, it starts off with him kneeing him in the face. He backs off. Moxley comes, choke. EC3 comes back out, and then that's far too slow. So just erase a picture or two here. So now he's on the shoulders for the I know he does a DVD. I guess we could do this move and then try and go for a paradigm shift, push him away, and he lariats back off the ropes. I'll do that move, and then once that's finished, I'll get to answering some of your questions. And let me know if the format of that is cool with you, or if it's boring, or whatever it is, because you know, I want to make sure that it's interesting for you guys. Yeah, so he's got him on the shoulders here. Yeah, that'll work. I have to kind of tilt this light, because I've got the big light behind the computer that I'm live streaming on, and I'd usually block it enough so that it wouldn't be too bright, but it lights up the whole room. So, let's figure out what the next couple of spots I'm going to do. Right, so I'm also trying to make sure that my face doesn't come into shot, because I'm incredibly shy and I don't want to do a face reveal. I want to make people work for it. I don't know when. I'm sure someday, like, my face will be out there at some point. But for now, I like to keep it mysterious. Yeah. And also in post, you can make the pictures less bright, so it's not the end of the world. And also, it's only like 1 or 2 matches I'll probably be making. Right, so get him up for the paradigm shift. We'll tease the paradigm shift, push him off, and then he comes back with a lariat. Maybe this is backlight. Yeah, because usually I've got the kitchen light on, and that tends to cause a lot of problems with the consistency and the lighting and stuff. Yeah, that'll do. So he's up in the DVD, and then when he comes back, he's got him in the paradigm shift. And then we can have him like sneaking out, maybe. Wriggles free. Yeah, instead of rebounding off the ropes, we'll have them go out and then hit a suicide dive onto all of them. I think that'd be good. And hit the tope. And then after... Yeah, I'll film them rolling out of the ring. And then because it's about past, I'll start answering a couple more questions. I'm trying to be... Let me know if I'm doing an alright job as a host. I'm not. Oh, that sucked. Sometimes I look back on a move and I think, Jesus, that's terrible. Why is that? Sometimes it doesn't. It helps to just cut like a massive chunk out, because then it's like, even though there's more pictures and more fluid action in it, it just makes the whole thing look clunky. So there he is, and then up, and yeah, I'll show you what I mean. If you can kind of see that. It cuts from there to there, but I had to cut a picture out so you can see. And then sometimes you can just cheat it by having it in like an extreme position here. So it doesn't really count, but yeah, that'll do. Yeah, right. So I'll film. I'll take a pic of EC3, just kind of chilling by the others, trying to give him some moral support. And then you can I film, you notice the trope in NLW videos where he's gesturing, he runs off the ropes, but it cuts so I don't have to film the running because I'm lazy. And that's where I fail. But yeah, so I'll show him, he'll be running off like that. Right, so I'm going to refilm or retake that photo because I didn't really check properly. So I'll have these two checking over EC3. I'll film the tope in a moment. And then I'll answer some questions now. Very exciting. Okay. So let's get to some more questions. Trying to think where I going to. Right. Let's get. Sorry, I'm just trying to find where I was in the chat. Okay, I think I'm there now. So I answered the podcast question. If I had to throw away one of my top 10 favorite figures, which one would it be? I don't know, because I don't really keep a top 10. I guess I'd throw away probably like I'm really digging the new Roman Reigns, but at the same time, I'm not using it at the moment, so I'd probably get rid of that. But I don't want to, so I can't really answer that. Hello, Remy Montoya. Thank you for being a patron as well. Shout out. All my patrons, I can't name them off the top of my head. I'm so sorry, but they're in the description of every one of my No Limits Wrestling videos. So big love to all of them for helping me. I genuinely do appreciate it so much, and I have so much fun filming the matches as well. Also, filmed a Broken Hardys match outside, which is very fun to film, which I believe Remy requested. So that's fantastic, and I've edited it, and it's pretty cool. So something a bit different. I like that. Next NLW episode is it's always every Saturday. So every Saturday there's an NLW or a metal that goes up on the channel. This Saturday it's metal. NLW will be the Saturday after, which will be the NLW draft. So that's on the 13th. Yeah, the 13th. How many pay-per-views are there until the next Mania? So what I'm thinking is I've got Metal Ungovernable. That's going to be around April. So that's when April 10th is when part 1 comes out, and it goes up on Patreon March 1st. The next pay-per-view after that will be an NLW exclusive, which I'll reveal soon, and that'll be in June. And then after that, I'm going to have the Royal Rumble. And then after that, I may do a metal pay-per-view again, just to bridge the gap between Rumble and Mania. But I've got a big thing planned between Rumble and Mania. So, yeah. And then Mania will be... I don't know when Mania will be. It won't be this year, but it will be next year. I'm planning on doing a Rumble this year, though, so look out for that. Hello, Downfall Wrestling. Thank you. Riley Williams, thank you for watching. Am I going to do an NLW Hall of Fame? Oh, yeah, mate. I was planning on it, and then I just didn't end up having the time, because I polled people on my Instagram about it, and the general consensus was like AJ, Undertaker, all that. But that is a good second channel idea. So what I'm going to do, once this goes up, put a comment in saying Hall of Fame for NLW. And then what I'm going to do, I'll try and edit a video for this second channel, and then have like a special Hall of Fame like compilation video, because that was a good idea. And I was planning on doing it at the end of the last year, but I didn't have the time, unfortunately. But that is something I do want to do quite soon. So maybe I'll do it around like WrestleMania time, because it coincides with that. Like the WWE's WrestleMania, I should say. Yeah, as I said, next NLW WrestleMania is next year. Name a figure I hate with every fibre of my being. I don't like, the Angelo Dawkins one? When I got that one, I was like, what's going on with this? I didn't like the clunkiness of it. It annoyed me. Or the Roderick Strong that I ordered from Ringside, got it for Christmas, opened it up, and the leg immediately snapped off. And that's why it's now custom in NLW, and it sucks. So yeah, I'll say that one, even though I put it in the trash because it broke. Who's the best, Mox, Seth, or Roman? Right now, I don't know, because I like them all at different points. I'll say right at this moment, probably Mox. It's my favourite. And in terms of like, if you're looking at it from an objective point of view, in terms of wrestling, probably Roman Reigns. He's had some really good matches. I mean, so's Mox, but I'll say Mox. But Roman's pretty good too. And Seth as well. But Seth, I kind of soured on Seth a little bit towards the end of last year. John Morrison, Little Cash. John Morrison has a very good theme song, yes. Who do you think needs a push in AEW? Pac, although they're kind of pushing him already. Well, that's just my bias. Who else, though? I really like Jungle Boy. I think they should do more with him. And they are, it looks like. I really enjoy the angle with him and FTR. And he is positioned to be like a future world champion, or a future TNT champion or something. So I'd say Jungle Boy at the moment, but he's getting there. I like him. Marto plays, screw it. Yeah, have a shout out. There you go, dude. Thank you for watching. Downfall Wrestling. EC3 going for a suicide dive, but Moch captured him. Oh, it's metal. It's metal. I can't be doing that. I can't be doing those big spots on metal. Maybe actually. Oh, if he goes for like a top rope move, like a top rope elbow, and then Mox catches him with a paradigm shift, that'd be a good one. That'll finish that. Yeah, because usually I do want to do like these big spots, but for like I want to save them for pay per view. So I'll do them coming off the top rope rather than going for a suicide dive. Am I going to do an NLW versus Metal Survivor Series in stop motion form? Yeah, probably. Like at some point I will. You can expect that, like, not in the near future, but it will happen, and I can promise you that. EC3's pin and finish into paradigm shift. Yeah, perhaps. Paradigm shift into TKO, maybe. Top rope dive into... Yeah, top rope dive into the paradigm shift. Yeah, good one. Thank you. Yeah, I do try and keep it a little bit interesting with running commentary on it, but it's difficult because I'm trying to animate where I don't even know what's going to happen next because I've not got it written down. I did for the last live stream I did, so it was a little bit easier because I could just cross it off as the script was going, but this is kind of more spontaneous. But yeah, Fed of Ruthless Aggression figures. That's pretty cool, actually, because that's what NLW was originally, and that'd be really cool. Views, mate. Like, there's only like 40 for the 43 people who are here. It's difficult to get a decent amount of viewers, like when you're just starting up anyway, and let alone like, I think because of the sheer amount of, I don't know what it is, but yeah. Behind the scenes about how I make the stages and the logos. There's not really a lot to it. I think my logo games, my match card games stepping up recently because I'm starting to do the ones where, you know, the WWE on Fox, the Instagram. I've kind of taken inspiration. I say inspiration from that. I've kind of outright stolen the concept, but they have really cool graphics these days, especially like the NXT like winners and losers ones. Those are really cool, and like the hype promotional ones they do on Instagram. So I'm trying to get Photoshop those more so now, and I don't really have that many graphics at the moment. Is Steve Austin versus Randy Orton a good match? You tell me. I did it. But it is what it is. Let's see. Can the Money in the Bank holder cash in from another brand? Yes, he can, if he wishes. Good luck. Our Downfall already left. I'm sorry. Good luck. You shouldn't be watching my stream if you've got schoolwork to do, even though I'm kind of putting off uni work myself. But it is what it is. I don't look like the commentator in my shows, although my beard is growing exponentially because of, you know, lockdown and all that. I've just kind of let myself go. Yeah, I've got a Rey Mysterio mask at home. Put that on. Thank you to everyone. I got a J White custom recently, actually. DPW. I bought a head from 14 Fig on Instagram. They're really cool. In fact, he was the one. He gifted me a custom Andrade figure, like black attire. So sick. I'm very grateful to him for doing that. Figure I love the most. Bro, the figure I love the most. That's a tough one. I like the pink Jeff Hardy, and I also like the. Oh, I don't know. I really like the Orange Cassidy that I've just got through. Actually, yeah, I'd probably say that. How come when you do live NLW, your commentator guy didn't say anything else? That's a good question. He should, because then that's another thing to animate. And as you know, I try and take many lazy shortcuts if I can. Nose reveal. Oh, that's going to be difficult though, because I'm going to have to dip my head down. No, you can get like an elbow or something like that. Feet is just weird. I'm not doing that. As you finish filming your pick feds, do you keep the pics or you get rid of them after you're done? You know what? I've got most of my pics from even like the early episodes, just in case I want to do like a compilation or like a highlights reel. So what I'll do is I won't delete all of my photos back then, but maybe that's just me being a hoarder. I won't delete all of my photos, but what I will do is I'll keep the ones that are like cool spots that I could add in video packages, because you never know. So most of them I have deleted from like, even like up until like 2017, I've got all of those. So I've not deleted those because I've got a massive hard drive. Any plans you thought of doing, but then scrapped? One of the biggest plans, I want to do this in a video actually on NLW Figs, but one of the biggest plans that I was going to do is at WrestleMania 2 was originally not going to be called WrestleMania 2. It was going to be NWO Sold Out. So it would have been, or it probably wouldn't have been sold out, but it would have been like a progression. And then WrestleMania 3, I originally was going to be WrestleMania 2, but I realized how far apart that would be. And the plan was to keep the NWO going until WrestleMania 3, which in hindsight would have been a terrible idea because it would just turn people off. So the idea that I had, the biggest idea I had, was that NWO was going to take over and run NLW until WrestleMania 3. And so instead of doing that, I completely rewrote everything. And I had the commissioner stay on, kinda, but it was just gotten too bad. You know, I prefer it if it was just, you know, a happy ending at WrestleMania. And that's what it should have been. So I'm glad I scrapped that. Do I prefer Raw or SmackDown? I don't watch either right now. I'd say SmackDown from what I've seen, like the highlights I've seen, because it just seems to be a bit more well written. I'll say the only reason I'd say SmackDown is because A, Daniel Bryan, B, Roman Reigns. That's pretty much it. But Raw or SmackDown, I don't even watch NXT these days because I find NXT kind of boring, but I will watch it because it does seem to be getting a lot better now. Because 2020 was a terrible year for NXT, in my opinion. Like I just couldn't watch it. I just stopped. Like, because also they put it like in the UK, you can't get it a day after in the WWE network. You have to get it a week later. So I'm not going to wait that long to watch it. I'm not that bothered. But now Valentine's Day, Vengeance Day, Balor versus Dunn, which spoiler alert, that's what I'm doing, and Kushida and Gargano, and then you got the Triple Threat Women's match. It looks like a really good card, so I will check that out. And I'll watch a couple of the NXTs from 2021 because I know the New Year's Evil was supposed to have been really good, but I've not got around to watching that. So I'll give NXT a go. But yeah, I'd say SmackDown. Yeah, favorite AEW wrestler right now, I said earlier, is Pac. And if you could have any New Japan figure custom, what would it be? I've got most of them. So I got Hiromu Takahashi from Figs 31, is very good. And I got Tetsuya Naito from TSM Customs, and I got the head for Jay White. I'm in the middle of making a Kota Ibushi because I've got custom head sculpt. So I'm in the process of like painting that out, and I've got it on my workbench. So I'm kind of I'm in the middle of painting it and sort of finishing it off. So in terms of New Japan custom, I'm trying to think who I don't have. A good Okada would be good because the one I've made is a bit naff. Or Shingo Takagi. That's the one I'd buy or I get. Oh, maybe the Dawkins figure is quite nice to animate with it. I just know when I got it out of the box, it was a bit naff. And my face is not like my custom fig. Will I do 24/7 elimination match? I've got an elimination. I've got a Survivor Series match coming, and that'll be out in March because I've already made it for Patreon. So on my Patreon, like those viewers have already seen it, but you'll be able to see it in March. So I've got that coming. And I'm also in the process of making a women's elimination match for Patreon. So that's like the 4 horsewomen and Ronda Rousey and a few other people, and that's going to be really good to make. Are you going to do a SmackDown versus Raw NLW versus Spam Survivor Series? I need to talk with him about that because that is something that I think would be good idea. That and a Rumble, I think, because I don't know how much time. I don't know how much time he has. I don't want to be taking up his time all the time, and myself, you know. But I've been really enjoying making the series. I think it's pretty cool, and I wanted to bring Spam on because I really dig his content and stuff. So yeah, I know he's a ruthless aggression kid like me, so thought it'd be perfect. Sami Zayn. Yeah, well, he's Intercontinental Champion now, so I want to push him a little bit more. Favorite AEW pay-per-view? Revolution was really good. Yeah, I'll say Revolution. Oh, actually, Full Gear from 2020 was really good too. I enjoyed that show. I'll probably be buying Revolution as well. I don't know what the full card is. I'll buy it anyway. Why not? How old am I? I'm 22. I'm too old to be doing this. But I started making the videos when I was 13, 14. I just like it. I like it a lot. But yeah, I'm old. Not as old as some of the figure creators, but I'm still relatively youthful. But yeah, 100k face reveal. If I ever get to 100k, yeah, why not? Yeah, I'll show my face at 100k. Fine, okay, I'll do it, and I'll have the plaque and everything. That's a dream. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if it happens. Probably not. John Morrison's NLW theme. Yeah, the guy who makes that NLW music. Subscribe to him. There's a link in my my channel. It's got like the channel links. Like it'll be there. But yeah, he does the music, and I really enjoy the John Morrison theme. I actually prefer it to the actual one. Favorite wrestler of all time? Jeff Hardy, probably. He's not doing too well at the moment, but I'll forgive him. He was my favorite as a kid. It's all right. Like more the merrier. No one is looking and seeing my nose reveal either. I don't know if I did show my face. Oh, it doesn't matter. I don't care. But it would be nice to kind of keep that a secret, you know. So if you did see my face, you are one of the lucky few. Do not go back and find it. Do you sometimes go back and see your popular vids? See what the people like NLW? Do you sometimes go back and see in your popular vids? Yeah, but my popular vids, like the ones that got really popular, aren't my favorite videos at all. Like the Elimination Chamber I did at Uprising, that's my most viewed video. It's got like 800,000, which is insane. But I wish like one of my better videos was that had that amount of views, because then more people would stick around. But I don't mind. Like I've still got that Greatest Royal Rumble I did. I'm really happy with how that turned out, and I'm glad that seems to have done really well. So I'm glad. But yeah, like you guys watching now, or even if you just popped in for a little bit, like thank you so much for watching the videos and even just being here at the live stream, because it means a lot to me that you want to listen to me patter on for ages. What's a booking decision you regret doing? All right, I'll make that the last question before I start animating again. But a booking decision that I regret doing, off the top of my head, maybe having Triple H beat Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania, like the first one. So, because I wanted to end it on like a happier note. And I'd say probably a regret in that sense would be to have, or maybe the Royal Rumble, because a lot of people hated Kurt Angle winning, even though I kind of built to it. But so many people hated me for it. But I wanted a good match against Naito. But in hindsight, I thought Bryan was too obvious, so I wanted to kind of swerve people and give him like a surprise ending. But yeah, I mean, I felt like people who were asking for Kurt Angle to win, like way back in the day, because I didn't give him a title shot for ages, and he was undefeated. But and then people who were quite new to the channel didn't really get that, so they were kind of annoyed that I let Angle win. But so maybe I'll go back and change it to be like Bryan or Shinsuke. But aside from that, yeah, just have a happy ending to the first WrestleMania, or have Sting versus The Undertaker main event the first WrestleMania that I did. Yeah, like some of you probably have no idea what I'm talking about because you wouldn't have seen those shows. Some of you have been here that long, but I was maybe not. But yeah, so okay, I'll keep popping your questions in the chat. I'll do some animation and maybe like 10 past, like or like on the hour, I'll start reading some questions again. I also need to give my phone a chance to like calm down. So yeah, I'll just skim through. I'll skim through if there's anything. Oh, there's not too much left. I'll answer a couple more questions because there's not too many left in the chat. What country am I from? I'm from the UK. Who do I think Edge will face at Mania? I'm thinking Roman probably at the moment. Hoping Okada. Yeah, maybe. I mean, the custom I've got of him at the moment will need work before I put him in NLW. Can we get MJF in NLW? I don't know if I'll be able to do his promos justice. That's the thing, because like he's kind of, obviously his wit is the key selling point for him. So I don't know how well I'd be able to voice act that across, but we'll see. Let's see. Jack Swagger or Cesaro? Did I eat babies at any point? No, that's a weird question. You should feel bad. I'm joking, but no, I haven't. 8 years, jeez. Hello, everyone who's joined the stream. You're not late. Hello, everyone. Saw the bottom of my face. Oh, my beard. Jeez. Yeah, because I've got this this mask on. Right. Ready. Not face reveal. There you go. You got a tiny bit of my face. I'll tease you. Okay. Right. So keep asking your questions in the chat, and keep keep popping off and doing what you're doing. I'm gonna get back to animating for a little bit, like 20 minutes, and then I'll go back to you guys and ask some questions. But since I'm caught up with the chat, is there any quick things you want to know? Is there anything you want me to do here differently, just so I can make it more interesting, or am I doing all right? Am I hosting okay? Because I don't want any sort of there. I don't want anyone here to be bored, or because I appreciate you guys sticking by and joining me on this lovely little live stream we've got going here. I'm surprised. I'm grateful that we got this many people here, to be honest. Yeah, I'm glad we matched because the first live stream I did pretty about the same as this, so I'm glad. Yeah. 50k. I don't know. Maybe part of the face. But I need that plaque. You see, I need that 100k plaque to validate myself. Yeah. So. And just so you know, the NLW music guy is it's not me. So they do things at their own pace. I can't really tell them what to do. Let's see. And I'll just answer this quick question. Yes, I make some of the customs, but not all of them. So the Tetsuya Naito one, that's made by TSM Customs. The Hiromu Takahashi, that's made by Figs 31. And then I've got a couple of other customs, but for the most part, I make a couple of them, and you can tell which ones I make because they're bad, and the ones that are good customs, other people have made. So yeah, all right. So enough chit chat from me. Well, no, more chit chat from me because I'm trying to keep it to stay. And we're filming Suicide Dive, so I think this match don't really need too much to it. I mean, it's not really a squash because after this match, I feel like I should have. What's the word? I should have perhaps given EC3 more of a push than I have already. But that's the point of the NLW Turbo show. So there's going to be a bunch of I'll have a quick ad for the NLW Turbo, but it's essentially as I said, AEW Dark. Because there's one day I just noticed I had loads of these figures lying around and I wanted to use them, but I couldn't add them all to NLW. So, for instance, and people I put in the Super X Cup and stuff that I wanted to push, or use, but I didn't really have the time to. So instead of adding everyone to NLW, I'm instead gonna have this sideshow where I kind of put dream matches on it, but it's also pick fed, so it doesn't take as much time to do, and I can just have more fun with it. So I can tell you one match that I'm planning on having on NLW Turbo, because I was going to have it on. Oh Jesus, Sean Spears! No, no, they're falling and they can't get up. There we go. It's bulky jacket. I'm stopping myself from swearing as well. You know, I don't want to make YouTube angry. It should be all right. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I can reveal one of the matches I'm going to do for NLW Turbo. I'm going to plan on making Jushin Thunder Liger versus Kenny Omega. And I know that that could be an NLW match, but I just don't have the time at the moment to kind of make it. So I feel like on Turbo, it gives that show some credibility. And also matches that don't necessarily make storyline sense, but they're pretty cool. I hate you, Sean Spears. I've fallen over all over the place. I'm keeping my calm because it's annoying. But yeah, this is a massive pain. Like, also trying to figure out how to. I'm thinking of too many things at once. For one, I can't keep my brain straight. So yeah, I'm doing Omega versus Liger. Maybe not episode 2, but episode 3 of Turbo. I've only filmed the first one, and I'm happy with how it turned out. The matches, they're not too long, but they're not too short, so they're about 3 to 5 minutes each. But yeah, and there's going to be there won't. I'll try and not have too many like proper squash matches on it. It'll be more like competitive. So, for instance, on paper, it looks like Hangman versus Drake is going to be a squash, but I've tried to make it fairly even whilst putting over the both of them, because I want to add Drake to NLW proper at some point. And yeah, so Turbo will be in the universe of NLW and Metal. It will follow the same storylines as those, and it will feature recaps as well as matches. I won't mention Turbo on the main shows yet because this is a recent idea that I had, and I've already filmed a lot of NLW and Metal. The only thing that's not in this realm, so you've got NLW and you've got Metal, which are the 2 separate brands of the same company, and then you've got NLW Turbo, which is like the AEW Dark, WWE Main Event, Sunday Night Heat kind of show, but a little bit more important because it's got bigger stars and better matches on it. And then NLW 24/7 is a completely separate thing. It's like a fantasy universe. It's like universe mode. It's like completely made up. It's out of this company, if you see. And I said that before, but I just wanted to make it clear for people who didn't know. Right, so let's see how this Tokyo City went. I'll show you guys how it went. So you can see that's my view from the camera. And if so at the moment turns around and then boom, through the ropes. He's flying. You can't really see my hand either. That's good. And then we've got to film him getting up. I feel like this match probably won't need that much more to it. But then you kind of pick fed tricks. I don't animate this part these days. I need another drink. I'll be back. One moment. Yeah, I really take a lot of shortcuts. So, call me lazy, call me whatever. Is Amber watching me? There we go. I think one of my mates is watching the live stream, so hello. I'm shouting you out. Because I just got a message on my phone. But I'm not opening it, so. But thank you for being a fan. Yeah, right, so. Dives through the ropes there and cut them out. And then it gets up. It's going to be a ball ache to animate because you've got to try and get your fingers out of the shot, whilst at the same time trying to make it so kind of compelling. And thank you to the again, shout out to the 30 people watching right now. It's mad. Thank you for sticking with me and having a watch. Yeah, so like here's some of the tricks you can do. If you don't really see some of the stuff in the shot, like for example, when I'm animating now, you can't really see the Miz. So you can kind of cheat it there and have him go for a different angle. But it's difficult because I've got the table on there too. Yeah, right, so yeah, that works. And also let me know if you want me to do more of these kind of live streams, because I'm thinking about doing them monthly on this channel, just to kind of create some buzz around it. However, like let me know if that's of interest to you guys. I appreciate you guys sticking with me and watching the live stream now, because I'm not a great presenter. Don't know if you can't tell, but yeah, I enjoy doing these live streams. It also gets me kind of productive and in the moment, although I am kind of trying to focus on the animation, focus on answering questions as well. But I really enjoy answering questions, and it's easier than making a Q&A video. But I'll show you what I've got here. Don't know if you can see it. No, you can kind of see it. You can kind of see the general gist. So that's what we've got so far. He's on the shoulders, goes into paradigm shift, EC3 runs out. Oh, and that looks messed up as well. Wait. Yeah, so sometimes you're just going to have to like look through your stuff and realize that you have to like delete loads of photos. So there, even though it makes sense to have more, that's also something that as a animator as well, I'd advise always take more photos than you need. Even in pic fedding as well, it applies. Take more photos than you need, and you can always cut them down later. And when you are editing, you don't need every photo. So if you've taken loads of photos and it looks like there's more action going on, but it's like crooked, you can always afford to take some out. So like for here, this movement is only 3 photos. It was before 6, but now this arm isn't like doing all this with it. So he runs out and then boom, tope suicida, gets up. So what I'm thinking here is have Moxley kind of looking over the competition. Where he's like, I've just like taken him out. Oh. Yeah, he's like, oh, I've done it, but where's EC3? EC3 comes up behind, tries to sneak a roll up, kick out, and then I'm planning on put in the chat right now, after the roll up, what's going to happen? And then I'll answer you. My Jushin Thunder Liger. I really enjoyed making that one. Although I got the Storm collectible, but I did enjoy making the one that was out like I painted myself. But it's not very good to animate with. I can tell you it will be in the Hall of Fame. It'll be Undertaker, no doubt, because he's the OG. He's the world champion, like the first one, and then probably AJ Styles. Undertaker and Styles are like the main two, and then Cena, I'd say. Oh, that Adam Cole costume was terrible. Yeah. Sean Spears, AEW. Yeah. Oh man, I've met Sean Spears as well. He's a nice boy. He's a nice boy. Oh, I'm not that guy. Oh, by the way, just Eli, thank you for watching. I'm not that important. I'm just trying my best, but I do appreciate the questions and the input. So thank you. Oh, Darby Allin versus Balor would be good. Yeah. Oh, Ospreay versus Styles. Yes, that's a good. That's a good chat actually. I want to do more of those kind of dream matches, but that's probably like more of a pay-per-view one. I'm not sure. NLW. Who's my biggest influence? When I was growing up, for like the YouTube side of things, like that's stand up. Yeah. For the YouTube side of things, it was LKS, and yeah, I remember like fangirling when he commented on my video, giving me criticism, not criticism, but yeah, like constructive like feedback and stuff. And I put that into practice, and I'd say he helped out a lot with my not growth. What would I say? Growth as an animator in terms of like my skills, because like having someone who you watched and then you try to emulate, not even emulate, just like take inspiration from. Like his first few shows, like back in 2008 when I was like 9, 10, like those were, I just love watching those. And that was like my childhood. And then this guy, WWE Steve-O, I'm not sure he's like posting these days, but his was the first Fed I watched properly, because he started doing a couple episodes from his shed, and they were really sick, like insane. And they were using Jack's figures mostly. So do search those up. I think it's SCW. Oh, wait. Is this real? Have you seen the new figures that? Sorry to like go on a tangent. Yo, they've got a new 2-pack. So it's it looks like Cody. It's real. Yeah, it looks like Cody and Britt Baker 2-pack from ringside. Oh dear. Well, that's not gonna. That's going to be bad for my wallet. But yeah, regardless. Yeah, sick. It's very cool. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Search SCW, and in terms of like modern day influences, NDT's Pick Fed I think is really good. It kind of sparks my inspiration a little bit. Spams is really good. GSD wrestling as well. I really like his style, because it reminds me a lot of me from. I've said it loads of times, but it reminds me when I was like peak NLW. That kind of style of animation, and he's just getting better. So watch GSD. And who else? There's more. I do like W3A in his Fed. He's really good. And like Harrison and all those guys. Those are like modern. Like at the moment, I'm enjoying watching. So there's more, but I can't shout everyone out. But there's just the ones that come to mind. And Spam, yeah, I said Spam Wrestling. I like his Fed. What inspired NLW to keep going? Just more than anything, I like the fantasy booking aspect of it more than like the actual filming stuff. So the filming, I enjoyed making the matches, but what I really enjoy is writing the shows. And there was a point like late last year, I was like, ugh, do I really want to be doing this? And I rewrote a bunch of shows to try and be more entertaining. And I think I've achieved that, because I feel like the quality of the episodes this year trounces what was going on last year. And I'm starting to build the momentum that I had when I was personally, my personal like favorite time of NLW would have been like 2016, 2015. Obviously, I wasn't as big on YouTube then, but like creatively, I really enjoyed that time. And I feel like I lost my way a little bit, just because I wasn't around doing the animation as much. And now I've got my figures with me. I'm enjoying now. So just like I enjoy the fantasy booking, and I like hearing your guys' feedback, and yeah, just stuff like that. It makes me happy, and just seeing what everyone else is doing in the community, it's good. Oh yeah. What was my favorite rivalry I made in NLW? NWO versus NLW. I've been trying to replicate that ever since to no avail. Although There is a storyline I'm planning heading into WrestleMania 5. So the next WrestleMania, that will start towards like middle of this year, end of next year, and that rivalry will hopefully be my new favorite. And what I've written it out, and it at the moment on paper, it's going to be good. So stick around and wait to find out what it is. What was the reason for making Metal? Metal was originally going to be what Turbo is now, just like a couple of side matches to kind of build more stories. And I just wanted an extra show because I had all these ideas, and I filmed the first 7 episodes of Metal in bulk when I filmed the first one. So I was releasing them up until like, well, I don't know when it was, but I wanted a second show. And it was just like a Sunday Night Heat kind of thing at first. And then I thought, people were asking for a draft. People were asking me to split the brand. So I thought, why not? I'll do it. And I did. And the first few shows were a bit ropey. I feel like the G1 that I did, although the matches were good, I don't think it was as entertaining as it could have been for you guys. So maybe, but then leading into WrestleMania, I thought it was getting a little bit better. And then after WrestleMania, I decided, because the Metal, like I say ratings, you know what I mean? Like the views for Metal were down a lot. And I thought, I need to fix this because I don't think it's that good. Well, I don't know. Actually, take that back. I did think it was good, but I thought like there was something missing. So I brought back John Moxley, and that was a start. And now the next few shows are some of the best Metal episodes there are, and that's my opinion. And heading into Ungovernable, which again is one of my favorite pay-per-views that I've done. And I'm really trying to give Metal a different edge to it, like an Attitude Era ECW kind of vibe. And I'm glad some of you are digging it. But yeah, and then I'm telling you what, leading into WrestleMania, Metal is going to be in some ways better than NLW. All right, I can tell you that. But yeah, Dan Seven. Oh, I love Dan Seven. His entrance music is my favorite. Like, yeah, but maybe I don't know what the formula would be for a Dan Seven custom though. But I do want to make like an underground kind of thing. I've got a couple of Bloodsport matches, so like no ring ropes. They're going to go on Patreon soon. One is up already on Patreon. If you are a Patreon viewer, subscriber, you will see that, and they'll be up probably around May, June on the YouTube. There's going to be more collabs. I want to do one with TSM because he floated around the idea of like wanting to do one of these drafts, and I respect him a lot. I like him, and I want to do possibly what I'm doing with Spam, but like an Impact, like kind of fancy fed thing. And I really enjoyed. And by the way, credit to Suplex Network because he kind of came up with the whole. Well, not came up like in terms of overall, but for me, he introduced the idea of a draft, and it did really well, and I'm really happy. So shout out to Suplex Network because it's a sick idea. You should subscribe to him as well. He's got some great animations up there. And that inspired me, kind of triggered thoughts of a draft with Spam, like the Ruthless Aggression, because I wanted to do that. And maybe just different eras. So maybe like WCW versus WWF Monday Night War kind of thing. That'd be good. Elite 83 Edge will be an NLW, although you won't see it. You'll see it on the draft because he's on that episode. He's in a backstage segment with Christian, so you'll see it then. But in terms of matches, unfortunately, he won't be until probably the next set of filming. So that's after the next pay-per-view that I'll be using him. But yeah, after the roll-up, EC3 should breakdance and get... No, he's not breakdancing. No, maybe. I'll roll through into a paradigm shift. I already said, oh yeah, actually maybe. I'll roll through and then maybe like a discus lariat or something, and then he goes to the top and then gets caught with a paradigm shift. Darby Allin, yeah, he'd suit Metal. Oh, thank you. Yeah. So he'll do a roll through. What's the time? Right, it's 1:15. I'll answer the last few questions. Right. Oh, and in terms of collabs as well, I've just seen at the bottom. I want to collab with GSD at some point, but I'm trying to figure out, mate. I'm trying to figure out what the plan is and what I want to do, because I've not got a lot of time at the moment, and I'm trying to like juggle university and stuff. But for sure, like, pester me about it, because you're someone I do want to collab with. Yeah, and if anyone asks me and I say no, it's nothing personal. I'm literally just like swamped with work at the moment. Because I'm doing video editing for my course as well, and I'm trying to focus on that. Yeah. I'm glad that NLW is what got you into this. No, that's good. Thank you, Jaden. And just Eli as well. Thank you. Will I buy the Lucha Bros? Yes, I've got them in my. Should I do an AEW Series 2 review? Why not? It's my channel. Maybe I will. But yeah, Lucha Bros. Definitely want to add them to NLW. I do not know Matt Paolini. For the metal pay-per-view, add a women's and a tag title match. So it can be the tag titles. I think the tag titles at the moment, I'm trying to make it so that it's. I'm trying to make the title so it's like single branded. Because before I had them jumping ship, and it would like. I've got so many more tag teams on NLW now. Although that will change soon. I'm going to have them cross-branded leading into WrestleMania. But for now, it's like NLW exclusive. But there will be a women's match on the metal pay-per-view. Yeah. Do I like Lars Sullivan as a rap? Yeah, regardless of the real life stuff, not really. I'll ignore all of that controversy. But yeah, I'm not like a massive fan of his as a wrestler. Yeah, film it. I mean, obviously now, you can't be filming now because they're not letting anyone film. Because we were supposed to be filming. I was supposed to be doing the on-shoot location filming. Yeah, for my course, video editing, but it kind of fell through. Well, it didn't fall through. Obviously, there's I don't know if you know, but there's something going on in the world right now, which means that we can't gather and film stuff. So that's why. But yeah. Yeah, true. What kind of music do I listen to? I listen to a lot of D&B, like drum and bass, and then just like a wide range of things. Obviously, mostly rock, because SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 got me hooked on that kind of music. So anything like, I really enjoy Slipknot. I saw them at Download like last year. That was sick. That was the first ever festival I went to, Download, and I watched NXT UK as well. So I got to see Walter and Pete Dunne and all that. That was fun. Yeah, and I'll answer a few more questions now. What figs do you hate animating with? The loose ones, any ones that are loose. So I got, I'd say the Jax ones are quite loose. Yeah, right. So what I'll do, I'll animate for like 20 minutes. I'll finish this match off, and I'll answer some final questions, and maybe we can wrap it up. I don't know. It's up to you. But thank you for sticking with me. And I'm sorry if I am boring some of you. I'm trying my best. I like to be the kind of entertaining, peppy host of a live stream. I want to do more, and I will get better at them. Because I do try and not have too much dead air, where I'm not like speaking and out. But I'll give it a go. I want to know what my mate said on my phone, but I don't want to check it because I don't want it to throw me off. I don't like her watching. No, I do actually. That's a lie, because I want to have my true fans in the live stream, obviously, and you guys are awesome. Thank you. Yeah. So right now we've got John Moxley. So he's looking down. He's looking down at Shawn Spears and The Miz. Now we don't need to have EC3 here because you don't see him on the camera, so you can just have him going, "Whoa, what's going on here?" I'm definitely picking up that Mox for Series 5. Hopefully they fix the height issues. I'm sure they know about it. Like, so yeah. So you got Mox getting rolled up here. Oh yeah, and on the subject of AEW figures, I bought I've pre-ordered the Cody, like the TNT one, and it was the one figure that I missed out on the Series 4 pre-order, so I ordered that too. And everyone complaining about the AEW figure Codys, it's not helping that I'm pre-ordering all of them. Sorry for the uncouth manner of my manners. I hope my camera's like staying intact. Yeah. So again, another tip for animating: the arms are very good leverage. So at the moment, I'm using Moxley's arms to kind of. That's the only thing I'm animating here. I'm not moving the legs. It's literally just the shoulder joints. So he's like stuck up in the pin, and it makes it look more kind of not like devastating or impactful. You know what I mean? Like it's a stronger pin because he's being rolled up like this. It's actually kind of cool. Do you guys dig seeing it like from this angle? Because obviously you usually just get to see it like close up. So I don't know. It's kind of nifty to see it from at least for me, it's kind of nifty to see it like on the screen because I'm watching that at the same time I'm watching this. So yeah, so Mox, he gets rolled up. How about he kicks out? Yeah, so he kicks out and then maybe I'll start filming from Mox's perspective now. Well, I think I've done enough in this. Not enough, but you know what I mean. Like it's not. I don't know how to. Because sometimes I animate a match and I'll play it back, or at least I'll edit it, and it'll look really terrible. Well, not terrible. It would just be short and it won't be that good. At the moment, I think this is as long as it needs to be. I don't know how long it really needs to be. Again, with metal, it's more about the stories that I'm telling than anything else. Like, so now we've got Mox on the floor. We've got him getting up, and I think now I'll animate the paradigm shift into the elbow. Unless you want to put some quick ideas as to what other moves I could add before I do that spot, because the match will end with a top rope paradigm shift, or not a top rope paradigm shift. EC3 jumping off into a paradigm shift. But yeah, no, like I'll show you this as well, so you can see. So at the moment you see, well, I know it's difficult. Sorry as well that it's like the exposure is so much that that's a little bit better. You can kind of see. But yeah, so he comes out, and he comes out, and he goes up, and then he's rolled up, and then he kicks out, and then that's when he's like, "Oh, I almost lost there." Gets up. And then what EC3 is going to do, he's going to get on the top rope. He's going to like go whoop. He's going to jump off and then hit like the paradigm shift pin and it'll be done. Or unless perhaps we think of something else, I'll check the chat quickly and then I'll film that spot and then I'll answer some more questions for you. Yeah, these figures are terrible. To be fair, the hands thing is a mastered craft, but the string, my hats are off to anyone who uses string. It is difficult. It's finicky. I used to use it. I don't use it anymore because my fed is more about the stories than the quality of the animation. Although the quality of the animation is important, but I feel like it's improved. And yeah, so I like having the close-ups because I think it makes for a more interesting like movie kind of shot. I do like seeing the far out shots, but you don't really see like the facial express. You say facial expressions, it's like, you know, what is that? It's like just grumpy mostly. But I like having the close up because it gives my show kind of a unique feel. Yeah. No face reveal. Hello, Wrestling Evil Within. Thank you for joining me. How do you shoot so much without getting worn out? I take regular breaks, or I set myself a day where I'm just going to film. So I think tomorrow will be that day, because today I had not a lot of uni work, but I had a little bit of uni work. So I was doing like 3D models and all that jazz, and I just had to like organize some files and things, kind of just like admin stuff and like video edit some things. But usually I'll set like a day to film. So I try and keep my Tuesdays and Thursdays free to film. And I don't know how I do it without like getting worn out. I guess I'm not sure. More kind of like, yeah, just take regular breaks and just do things that make you inspired to start. So what I do before I animate, sometimes I'll write episodes of NLW and I'll write matches out, and then that'll like spur me on to be like, oh, I'm really excited to like film. Like with this, I wrote down, I think I've got my notebook somewhere. Yes. It's got a bottle cap on it because I sprayed cider everywhere. I won't give you too much. I'll show you like some of this stuff. So this is the stuff for like Patreon. You can kind of see that. I mean, it's back to front on the stream, but like regardless, like that's just like a quick. Like those are some of the Patreon notes I've made. Some of the stuff I want to write and things, and I've also got World War III free ring battle royal coming. So that's coming on Patreon this month, and then it will be on YouTube at the beginning of April. And I've written down I'll give you a sneak preview. Not really giving a sneak preview, but I've got a list of 60 wrestlers there, and you just kind of write a couple of spots here and there. So that gets me inspired, and that makes sure that I don't get worn out. Sometimes as well, I'll just watch like regular wrestling. Like I'll probably watch NXT after this. Actually, I'll try and get back into that, and just watch actual wrestling, and it kind of inspires me. So I just watched the match with like him, like Mox, and the Lucha, Pac and Phoenix against the Good Brothers and Kenny, and that kind of spurred me on. Because I'm like, oh, those are some sick moves that I want to like implement in my Fed. I don't know. Does that make sense? Or am I just rambling? But that's kind of how I do it. Thank you for the kind words about the tattoo. Do you think when AEW makes a Brody Lee fig, do you think it'll come in the TNT? Probably. Yeah, although Cody's come with the original. Yeah. I mean, it'd be nice if they did like make sure that the profits went to the family. God, that devastated me. I was so sad. But yeah, I'd buy one if I knew that the profits were going to the family and not necessarily the company. But yeah. F5 cutter thingy move into a DDT. Oh, I see what you mean. Yes. Oh, that'd be cool. I'm not doing that. And tips for starters. I'll say that quick, and then I'll get animate. Actually, I'll animate while I answer that question. So I'll answer just Eli's as well. So do I have any tips for starters, and how long does it take to film? Both. So I'll animate this last move. The cutter idea is a good idea, but I feel like I'll just end it. But yeah. So EC3, he's on the second rope, and then he's going to jump off into a paradigm shift. But I'll answer right now. What are my tips for starters? Practice makes perfect. So keep at it. Good lighting as well, because I'll show you what happens when I turn off this big light. How bad it looks. Oh shit! It just sparked. But yeah. Anyway. Yeah, like you can see the lighting difference now, how different it is. You need, because it looks all yellow, it looks dark, it doesn't look good. I'll be careful, like turning this on now. There we go. Jesus. Yeah, but now the lighting makes like a key difference. So the main thing in your fed is lighting. Look at all the big pick feds. The lighting is key. And secondly, work on your posing. You know, you don't want your wrestlers being like moving like that with like limbs like in different directions. You want like a clear line of action. So like that. Well, not exactly like that, but you know what I mean. Like where you can clearly see the posing. A thing in animation they teach you, because I'm doing animation in visual effects at uni. So a thing in animation they teach you is don't draw something that you can't tell what it's going to look like in a silhouette. So if that was just like a blacked out image and just like an outline, you wouldn't necessarily be able to like, right, he's pointing there, right? You see? But you wouldn't be able to tell what he's doing in that image. Now what about that? Now, like you can see, even if that was like a blacked out shot, like a blacked out image, you'd be able to tell what he was doing. He was pointing or he's running. So yeah, do that test to make sure that your posing is okay. And also just have fun with it, because honestly, it doesn't matter. Like, if you don't get like the views you want or like the feedback you want, just do it because you enjoy doing it. And that's advice that I need to smack myself over the head with sometimes, because sometimes you're like, oh, this video didn't do so well, or like, especially when I was starting out, like I used to get really self-conscious about it. I like used to do this thing. You used to be able to like refresh your videos and up until like 300 views, and it would work. It like, yeah, I was very insecure about it. And just do it because you enjoy it. Don't let people and also take criticism on the chin. Like, they're not trying to be mean. They're just trying to help for the most part. Sometimes you can tell if it's mean, but yeah. Let's see. And as for how long it takes me to film, this one's taken me a lot longer than. Oh, that's terrible. Right, I'll show you this quickly. How this looks, because it's very funny. Well, not really funny, but you know what I mean. He's just bobbing about. Like that's not going to do. I'm going to have to redo that. So sometimes you'll have to do like little shots like that because it just not focused or whatever's going on. But yeah, how long does each one take me to film? I've completely lost track. I used to be able to answer that question definitively, and now I'm constantly changing. And sometimes I won't even animate episodes in order. I'll just do the ones I'm feeling like. So I'll have a plan going on for like, I don't know, for a few episodes time. And if there's a wrestler that I'm using in multiple segments in multiple episodes, I just film them all in bulk. And like here, for example, if it wasn't live streamed, I'd just be doing all the matches with Moxley in. Yeah, I'm not sure how long it takes. I'd say this match has taken a lot longer than it would. So this would probably take like 30 minutes, like a segment would. If you add that all up, I reckon I could get an episode done, filmed in a day, and edited in a day. Overall, probably about 3 days for one episode. And that's being generous, like maybe more. Yeah, that's good. That's good enough. And then you can just kind of have them flying off the. Oh, the ring rope just came off. Never mind though. We persevere. I can't believe I actually unhooked it like I did. Well, I'll show you what I've got. Watch it back together. That's best, isn't it? So you see, he comes into shot and then he jumps off. Boom. And then you can always cut an image out there. You can always cut a photo out there. And like, because I'll have him stomping. You call it the extremes. So for example, the extremes would be him leaning back to do the kick. And another extreme would be him leaning forward to set up for the paradigm shift. And then another extreme would be him ready for the paradigm shift. And then finally, another extreme would be in the air and then drop down. So that's applicable to animation, but it's also applicable to pick fed, because the extremes are just the ones, just the pictures you take. So that'd be useful. So I'll film them getting pinned. We'll do the whole hullabaloo. I'll answer a couple of questions. Maybe I'll do a little bit more. It depends if you're bored or not. Just let me know. I'll animate for a little bit longer. I might stop at the top of the hour. I might go a little bit longer. I'm not sure, but I'm doing all right at the moment, I think. How are you guys doing, by the way? Like, are you enjoying it? Any feedback or whatever? Like, am I doing okay? Am I doing the right job? Is there anything I can improve as well? Because I don't like try and spare my feelings that I do want to get better at this, and I want it to be more entertaining for you guys. So just let me know. Yeah. So Miz and Sean Spears, they're done. They're done for. And you kind of zoom in. And when this episode actually comes out, you can be one of the people to say, I was there when he filmed it. And disappointed that no one did that for the the Bobby Lashley Bryan match. But then again, it was so long ago, I probably forgot. Yeah, so how do I film someone going up midair? So you zoom in, and that's kind of what I'm going for at the moment. People who do this with string are much more talented than I am. So you can see jumping off. Or maybe he needs to lean forward a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. Probably can do it down there like that. And then you're going to see a lot of shortcuts here. So my big hands don't get in the way. It's a good thing that Mox is so got such a sturdy figure to him. And I know people complain about the height, but it's great for me because I can cheat it and have the hands down here, and you can't really tell because of the framing of it. This is going to go one or two ways. It's going to look terrible, maybe. Right. It's looking all right so far. Don't spam questions in the chat, by the way. I will get to them. It's not that I don't see it. It's just I'm trying to get this looking all right. So. I just went completely silent there because my brain just shut off. I was trying to figure out what move I was going to do. Sometimes I'll do that. I'll animate something else, and I'll completely forget what I was supposed to be animating, and it'll change the match completely. But yeah, I completely forgot I was live streaming there, and that's on me. Righto. Okay. So at the moment, we've got him in the paradigm. Set up for the paradigm shift. He's kicked him down. And also sometimes his neck is at a weird angle because the AEW heads are they got more tilt to them. So it's easier to have them. Yeah, I'm going to delete some of these because just the head movement is weird. Now, sometimes because of the camera angle I've got, I figure out that I should have a better one. So you got kind of, you move the move into the camera angle you want. And I'll show you what I mean in a moment. So, for example, the camera I've got at the moment has got the face on, and that's not a good camera angle to have. So, what you want to do is you want to get it like twisted. So, it also makes the move look more devastating and compelling. So, you want to get a good, also tip for posing, get a good hook under the chin. It helps, and get one hand under the arm. That can help out a lot. And then the legs as well, you want to think about, zoom out a bit too. Oh, maybe not. Because now you can see my hands in it. There we go. It's going to look like a decent move, I reckon. It'll be alright. Oh, that's not what you want to happen. Not what you want to happen. Yeah. Sometimes the move's going really well, and you think there's no way this could possibly mess up now, and then it does. But you can see how annoying it can be. Oh, yeah. Right. There's camera trickery you can use here. There we go. Now he's on the canvas. It's more. There we go. So he's planted, and then I tilt it downwards so you can kind of move with the head. And this bit's easier because not as much. You can kind of play with it so it's not as what's the word? Not as stressful to film. I'm glad I'm actually able to finish a match on this. Well, not finish a match because it's kind of highlight form. So on metal, obviously it's taped. So you go halfway into the match, but you do see the important bits. And when I'm talking about extremes, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you want to make sure he's like hunched over completely there. Zoom out a bit. Hook the leg. Hooking the leg as well in a fed, it makes, in my opinion, it makes it look better, because sometimes like just hand over the thing doesn't really convey how like definitive the move was. I don't know how to say it, because like sometimes they put a hand over and it's not really like you can't tell it's impactful. But if you hook a leg, even in wrestling commentary, they bring it up a lot of the time. Hook a leg, it makes it look more definitive, more powerful. Yeah, so that looks really weird. Oh, that's fine. It's a short match. It's not like a main event or anything. I'd take more care with a finish of like if it was like the main event of the pay-per-view or the main event of the show. I'd be more careful to like redo the finish, because you're going to be like replaying that on like hype packages and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's not really a great attitude to have. Every match should be a good quality or whatever, but I'll see about this. If I can like make an ad for Metal, I'd advise you watch it this week, because it's the final episode before the draft. So some of the wrestlers on there won't be on there the week after. And I've got, I already made an advert on it for Instagram. But this Saturday on Metal, tomorrow, you get to see the first ever Firefly Funhouse from Bray Wyatt. So I'm going to be bringing that character into Metal. And I'm also going to be having a couple of qualifying matches. So if you subscribe to this channel, you would have seen part of Metal already, which is Drew McIntyre and Chris Jericho. I'm really happy with how that turned out. And the main event is going to be Braun Strowman versus Tetsuya Naito. It's got a fun little ending to it. And then what else have I got? No disqualification, Cody Rhodes versus Ric Flair. That feud is really going to heat up. And I think John Morrison and EC3 as well going to compete. So the winner of that match goes onto the Chamber. And just a bunch of other cool stuff. So trying to make Metal more exciting is what I'm saying. And then obviously the next Metal, well, it's going to be after this Metal, it's going to be the NLW draft. That's a really good episode. It's got some good surprises in it, as I said. And then episode 72, you're going to get to see the first glimpses of some of the new wrestlers on Metal. And then after that, it's like we really step up the build to the next Metal pay-per-view. And then the NLW as well. I'm really happy with how that's turned out. So, right, I'll show you quick. We'll just finish this off real quick, and then I'll show you what I've got, and I'll answer some more questions. So if you want to put some questions in the chat, we'll wrap it up soon. But I'll start answering some very soon. So just any final questions you've got, anything you want to know about NLW or whatever it is, wrestling maybe, what's going on at the moment, just put them in the chat, and don't repeat them. Just put them in the chat, and I'll get around to them. But I'll just show you what I've got. Like for this finish here, I'm just trying to figure it out myself. Yeah, so of course, like you don't have to delete them on the camera. You can just, you can just look at it after. So you do like a reaction shot of the Miz being like, "Why did you lose?" And kind of build that up. There's going to be dissension in the ranks of the Hollywood trio. I always try and push Miz, but then again, when he wrestles, I don't find him that interesting to like watch wrestle. So that's why he might be treated as a jobber in the show. Although I love this figure because it's Elite 63, Elite 63, Elite what was it, 68 maybe, or 69, one of those. Yeah, so Sean Spears and the Miz are like, "Whoa, he lost." And this will lead to something as well. I'm planning on giving EC3 a push. So just because he lost here doesn't mean he's dead in the water, Right, so there's a paradigm shift there. Look at Metal I can afford to have. So that's one, two, three. I usually have like 6 of these like post-match shots. I'll just do that real quick. It's just so I can like get the story over. It lasts about 20 seconds when I put it in editing. Or like 10 to 20 seconds, so I can just say, so Moxley has won. Moxley has beaten EC3. Miz and Sean Spears aren't happy about it. EC3 staring up at the lights. But Moxley continues his momentum, or whatever would be said. And then I'll leave him in the ring because he's going to cut a post-match promo. He's got this feud with Kurt Angle. So that's a really good match as well for Ungovernable. That's the first one I announced. And then you'll also find out who's qualifying for the Chamber, like 3 or 4 of them tomorrow. And then the next of them will be announced after the draft in the next few episodes. So we've got some big things planned. And it's a really good match because I filmed it in August. I know, I'm ahead of the game, but I wanted to get a lot of stuff done. So I filmed the Elimination Chamber match in August. I've only just filmed Moxley versus Angle, actually. But it's a good match. And a good pay-per-view card. I think it probably better than Enter the Dragon, in my opinion. And not to, set you up for disappointment. But I think maybe the Hell in a Cell's pretty good on Enter the Dragon. But overall, I'd say the Elimination Chamber is better than Hell in a Cell. You can quote me on that. Right. So I'll show you this. I'll show you what I've got so far for the last bit, and then I'll answer some of your final questions. As you can see there, I have to delete some. We'll get it down like that so you can kind of see more. So you can see it's going in reverse. So we'll get to like the end bit here where he's taken him out with the tope, gets rolled up, kicks out, gets up, EC3 on the top, jumps off into the paradigm shift, or no, gets kicked in the stomach. I'll show you that again. I'm trying to figure it out myself. So he goes in the top rope, jump off, kick to the stomach, and then right there you can see the camera angle's not too good because you've got a lot of dead space in that bit. So that's another thing, another tip for pick fed and stop motion. You want to make sure that you fill the camera space, or at least pose it well. This is too far over to this side, and there's not enough going on this side. So to rectify that, I'm having him twist there so it fills the frame. You see what I mean? So there he's got him, and then right up there for the paradigm shift. And what I would have liked to have done differently in that one. So if you want to be like a stop motion person or do your pick fed, what I would have rather he done was have more reaction. And also I want to shout out ES Productions. So if you search ES Productions on YouTube, they do top 5 wrestling animations of the week, and you can sign up if you're an animator and practice and maybe get on there if you're good enough. It all takes time, but he is very good at pointing out what's wrong with an animation in a constructive way, obviously, and knows what he's talking about. So that's a good series to watch, in my opinion. So watch ES Productions, because very good top 5 weekly animation series. And then right, so there you see, goes up, hits him with a paradigm shift. I would have liked it if EC3 had I'll get the figure out. Where'd I put it? So I'd have liked it if instead of hitting the paradigm shift, he goes over and he just lays flat. It would have been nice if he hit the paradigm shift, and then from that he sits up like that and then lies back down. But I forgot to do that, unfortunately. But I can kind of forgive it because Moxley went for the cover immediately. So yeah, I'll show you that again, like that, and right on his head, boom. And it would have been nice to have a little bit of reaction from EC3 where his head tilted up, but instead he stayed flat. But that's okay because he immediately hooked the leg and he comes off and he's like, yeah, I won. So that's 1. So now I usually count it from here. So that'll be 1 shot, 2 shots, 3 shots, 4 shots, 5, and then 6. And then that would cut to either a replay. If it was like a main event match, it would be on Rip Metal anyway. Cut to a replay, come back and show the final shots, or on Metal or NLW, sometimes it will cut to a backstage segment. So you don't want to keep it going too long. But yeah, we'll have Moxley. I'll show you as well my box of goodies, what we've got here. So if you stuck till the end, thank you very much. But we've got in here, we've got all my weapons. I've got it kind of labeled and everything. We've got even stuff like MGF scarf, Kairi Sane's pirate wheel and things like that. Stuff that I would get lost if it was in the regular stuff. And then we've got the all the NLW championships up top, like and even the 24/7 stuff. And then in this top bin, we got like microphones and glasses and just a bunch of weird mishmash of stuff. So you got like the Brutus Beefcake shears and then a bunch of finicky weapons. So I've got another one somewhere. I don't know exactly where it is, but it's got like tables, ladders, and chairs in it. And then like barbed wire, and then you got barbed wire there, and then like money and bank briefcases and things. I'll do more of a video in depth on how I organize this stuff on the NLW Figs channel at some point. But that's basically what's going on there, and I'll show you because I'm going to quickly film Moxley giving a promo after this because it doesn't take too long, and it'll just be boring anyway. But yeah. The hands kind of do justice, but yeah. And he'll be in the ring. He'll call out Angle or whatever he's doing in his feud at the moment. So yeah, that's the match. It's getting quite late where I am, so I might not do I'll do Nakamura, because I was going to do Nakamura and Morrison. But I'll just answer some of your questions. Let's see. Right, so I've answered these questions. I'll answer a couple more questions. If you want to put them in the chat, just put them at the end, and I'll try and get to them. Quick fire questions. So, GSD, how do you make the matches longer? My matches feel too short. Maybe you need to hold frame and resets. And rest. Yeah. What I do, when I write down the spots, and writing down the spots in the matches can help you time it. So what I do, I'll have like a standard A4 bit of paper, or I've got like a notepad, so it's got like lines on it. I'll know that 4 lines of script equate to roughly 2 to 3 minutes of action. So that's how I manage it. And then you can kind of get a feel for how to pace your matches. And then like longer matches for pay-per-views, they tend to be anywhere between 12 and 20 lines. So sometimes just writing it down can help a lot. That's what I find, at least. Who's your favourite from the Ruthless Aggression era? Jeff Hardy. He was the one I loved growing up. And Rey Mysterio as well. Massive fan of his. I even got like when you're a kid, maybe you're still kids, but like some of you, but the 619, I think it was like, it came out in like 2006, 2007. They had the Rey Mysterio dress up, like costume. So I had like the Captain America style gear, or the American style gear. So like I had the pants, had the mask, everything as well. Well, cool. And the gloves as well. I love them. Okay. Thank you for enjoying the stream, guys, as well. Thank you for being here. Yeah. Any advice for someone just starting stop motion? Look at a bunch of tutorials on it. Captain McKay Random has a very good tutorial on stop motion and string, as does LKS. And guys like ARW, I know you've done a few live streams in the past. I just do try and like pop in for a little bit here and there, but and just like Feder's live streams, like Suplex Networks does a few. Suplex Network, actually, he's got a couple of tutorials up. But yeah. Don't film on the floor as well, because that will hurt your back, and that's not good. I used to film on the floor. I stopped, put it on the table, and now my back does not hurt after animating, because it's, you can see it's like up to my hip level. So yeah, film on the table. Patience as well when you start in stop motion. Look at the tutorials, patience. Look at real life moves as well, and this goes for stop motion and pick fed. You look at real life moves and slow them down. So whenever I animate Pac's finisher, the red arrow or the black arrow, I always watch a video of his doing the move, and I'll set it to 0.25 speed, and I'll try and figure out how to do it each time, because for the life of me, I can't do it freehand. So that's a good starting point. I hope that helps. Also, watch the videos on my channel, because I've got a couple of tutorials how to do a pick fed. It's a playlist. You'll find it on my channel if you click on playlists. And it's got like pick fed tips and tricks and stop motion tips and tricks. So check those out too. Right. Favorite figure to pose. These AEW figures are really good to pose. I do like posing this Moxley. Let's see. Do you think it's good to use a phone to film? Yeah, maybe. If you're doing pick fed, yeah, because if you've got a good quality camera on it, why not? As long as the camera is sturdy and there's good light, it doesn't really matter what you film with. This camera, I started using in 2013, 2012. It's so old, but you don't notice because of the... you don't really notice, I should say, when it's uploaded to YouTube, because it just does the job. And it's the quality over the quality of the camera sometimes. But yeah, I am answering questions as well if you want to answer me. Yeah, you need to get me to 100K. Help me out. You're already subscribed anyway. Thank you guys. And I'll do a face reveal at 100,000 if I ever get there, which we'll see. Ray Phoenix, yes, I want him in my fed. What's a random match not on a pay-per-view that I'm really proud of? That's a good one. Rey Mysterio versus Neville, episode 56, part 1. Go and find that match. That's one of my favourites. Or the Rey Mysterio, Kalisto, and Sin Cara triple threat metal episode. I want to say 30 something, 35 maybe. It's the Royal Rumble pre-show, the Royal Rumble 3 pre-show. That's a really good match. That's random, but I'm proud of. Almost recently, Daniel Bryan versus Pac. I mean, it's not too random, but that's a match I'm quite proud of. Damn it! Did I lean in? Face reveal. So it's ruined. It's ruined. The allure is ruined. It doesn't matter too much. I don't care. I've got a pretty bog standard face. Oh well. And in terms of damn it, I'm annoyed. I've been going on about my face reveal for ages, and it turns out you've already seen it. So it is what it is. I don't know. You'll get a proper official face reveal. How about that at 100k, where I will intentionally speak to camera. That doesn't count, okay? If you saw my face, that doesn't count. That could have been anyone. All right, there you go. Okay. Oh man, I'm so annoyed. It doesn't matter. My official face reveal will come. We'll say 50,000. We'll say 50,000. That's more attainable. All right. Damn it. All right. What app do I use? I use Sony Movie Studio to edit. That's quite good. And for apps in terms of like pic fedding, I just use my camera and I literally put it in straight into. It sounds basic as hell, but in Movie Maker works. And obviously they've stopped doing it now. I think you could still download it, but it's helpful to see like a program that just lays them out. And Sony Movie Studio, Premiere Pro as well if you're doing pic fed, because you can just set all of them to the time you want. Stop motion, the FPS. The FPS is, for me, what would it be? It'd be like 10. Yeah, it's 10 pics a second, 10 frames a second, if you will. But ideally, you want to be going for 12 because they say animating on 2s in stop motion, which means you take 2 photos and then you take another 2 photos. But you're looking for like it's 24 frames, but realistically, when you're filming like 12 is the peak optimum, I would say. But I do 10 because I'm lazy. Yeah, 7 to 10. That's right. Yeah. Oh yeah, Nakamura. Nakamura's getting drafted to metal, guys. That's a spoiler, but it's also just a sneak preview. Yeah, Nakamura's getting drafted. I mean, he's not been on NRW in a while. I can't really do anything else on him for what's it? Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, sorry guys, I filmed so far ahead. If I spoil anything, I do apologise. It's not really a massive spoiler because there's not much I was going to do. But he will be getting drafted to metal. But yeah, and he's not in a feud necessarily with Morrison, by the way. Like there's a bunch of stuff I've got planned for him. I would like to do some death matches. Favorite wrestler of all time, Jeff Hardy. No, I'm not going to delete the video. Like, you can see my face. I don't mind. It's chill. There's no face reveals, just parts. All right, that's good. That's chill. Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm not deleting the vid though. Like, I'll let people watch it back if people have missed it as well. Or because I do answer quite a few questions. If you just want it on in the background while you're fed in, just put it on the background at like a low volume. And it can be like you're reliving the experience all over again. So that'd be fantastic. Alistair Black, I do want to add him to NLW at some point. Jerry Lynn. Oh, yo, that's a good custom, actually. I'm proud of that one. That's a good one. It's a basic, really. But no, it is what it is. Okay, I'm caught up to the chat. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Like any last minute questions, anything like that? Like pop them in now, or forever hold your peace. Yeah, damn right, man. I've got a beard. I can't be arsed shaving it because who am I seeing these days? No, like you're not allowed to see anyone. It's against the law. Favorite Instagram fed? I don't know, because the Texas Wrestling Federation and AOPW Figures on Instagram, otherwise known as Basement Tape Wrestling on YouTube. They've got some really good feds, and they've done some really cool stuff in conjunction with Wrestling Evil Within, my man, and WWE champion, aka, and another guy. Sorry if I've forgotten the name, but they did a couple of joint stuff, which was really cool. Reese's. I'm not really a peanut butter fan, to be honest. Might be a hot take. What team do I support in terms of like football, soccer? In terms of soccer, I'd say I used to be like into Manchester City, before they got rich. I mean, some of you won't know what's going on with soccer, but I'd just say before Manchester City got injected with cash and before they became good, I was into them. And yeah, like apart from that, I don't really like follow that much soccer, whatever. What are your thoughts on WWE games? Love them. In fact, I've got right here. I brought my my PlayStation 2 down with me, so I've got SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. I've got all the SmackDown games except for Here Comes the Pain for some weird reason, even though it's like the best one. But I've got SmackDown vs. Raw, and I've got Shut Your Mouth here, and I've also got I've got SmackDown vs. Raw 2009 on the Wii. The WWE games these days, I just don't have any time for because it's boring to me. I'm not that bothered about them. But the old classic stuff, I've got a sense of nostalgia for it, and I love GM mode, so yeah, love them. How do I stay motivated? Just take regular breaks. Watch wrestling as well. I find watching stuff like Dynamite, it really gets me motivated because I'm like, oh, that's cool. There's some cool ideas in that show that you can kind of take for yourself. And to an extent, like before NXT, like when it was good, it's still right, but like the peak of NXT, I mean, and like SmackDown 2016, like just good periods in time of wrestling that you think, wow, that's good. Like the Royal Rumble as well. That was a fantastic show. I absolutely adored that show. I stayed up until like 4 a.m. to watch it. So that was great. You know, just seeing stuff like that and just seeing little spots, little storylines going on, that keeps me motivated. Taking regular breaks. So I haven't animated or like even touched filming in about a week. And it makes you kind of crave it a little bit more. So you want to do it when you actually get to it. It's not just like something, oh, I've got a film, I have to, which I have felt sometimes, but I don't want to feel that way because, like, for one, especially with like the Patreon stuff, I want to make sure that is of quality because obviously it's paid for. So I want to make sure that it's like of good standard. And by the way, quick plug for anyone still watching, Money in the Bank Patreon was Patreon exclusive. It is coming to YouTube on February 10th. And there's some really cool spots in that match that I'm sure some of you guys who've already seen it can attest to. So yeah, check that out. I'd like the only reason I supported Man City, I think back in the day, was just to annoy people who supported Man United because that was a cool team to support when we were kids. And then I was just like Man City, but I think I probably wanted to say Man United because I was trying to sound cool with all my friends who watch not wrestling, football or soccer, because I had no idea what was going on with it. So I was like, yeah, Man City, I guessed, and I got it wrong. But then, I mean, it's turned out all right in the long run because they ended up being the better side. And I used to really enjoy watching them. In fact, I still do. I mean, I know, like, you know, it sounds like typical Glory supporter, but I really enjoyed the style of play it would get me into. But no, not really kept up with the football. I did watch a little bit, like towards the end of last year. So, but like, aside from that, no, not really keeping up with it. Favorite NLW match? The Triple Cage. I think that was really ambitious. I want to do another one at some point. Will Gene Snitsky make an NLW debut one day? Maybe, but it's not my fault if he doesn't get in. Do you get it? Gene Snitsky, because that's his catchphrase. Oh man, I'm not having any baby booted in this fed. Will I add a new member to the Balor Club? Maybe. I want to kind of keep it fresh, so I might add some more people to the Balor Club, or I might like kind of revamp it a little bit to keep up with the times. What's the thought process of giving Jeff Hardy the Money in the Bank briefcase? I felt like it was the time to give him the briefcase because I just wanted to put the title on him for a while. And I wanted to do the whole kind of slowly turning heel, which you can kind of tell. That's not really a spoiler. You can kind of see where I'm going with it. But maybe not like fully heel, kind of like tweener. He's kind of like teasing Kenny Omega and Daniel Bryan at the moment. But he's not fully heel. He's not fully face. So it's kind of he's in between at the moment, and I feel like that kind of ambiguous morals character could do quite well. So at some point he's going to win. Maybe. No, I can't have him cash in and not win. But he will win a title, whether that's the metal title or the NLW title. You have to wait and see. You've already seen it, mate. You know. Let's see. Any more new customs? I think TSM. I'm supposed to be getting a Sami Callihan very soon, but it's I've just got to wait on it. I hope to get that through soon. Other than that, like, I don't really have any more money for customs. I spent them all on Elite 84, but we'll see. Like, maybe I want to buy, like, I don't know. I'll probably buy something from TSM. I owe the guy a lot. You know, he's helped me out with a lot of good customs for good prices. So I'll certainly be buying from him at some point. Buying another custom. I want to buy a couple of head scans to improve my the customs I've got already. So I might buy like an Okada to improve my current sculpt, or like a Tanahashi, something like that. More hardcore matches. Yeah, I'm bringing back the hardcore title. So, you know, that's coming back at some point, but it's a surprise. Well, it's not a surprise because I mentioned that it's coming back, but that will be coming soon. And yeah, so the Fiend come back. Yeah. So I think that's a pretty good place to end it. But before I go, right, subscribe to this channel if you're new or you haven't been here before, because I'm going to be doing a bunch of unboxings, Elite reviews. I'm also going to be doing show reviews. So I did the predictions for the Rumble. I did the show review for the Rumble, and I'm really happy with that, how that came out. The next one should be a Vengeance Day prediction video, which will be coming out this week. Maybe like an action figure setup kind of thing. And then every week I've got action figure setups through until like the next however many months that I'm really proud of like doing. And there's going to be more live streams too. So you want to be first in line to get here, Animating live. You want to subscribe to the channel so I can notify you of that. And also I'm going to be doing NLW Turbo, which starts Tuesday. It'll be uploaded. And there's going to be, I'm hoping to get an episode at the very least every month. Maybe you'll be lucky and you'll see 2 a month sometimes. But yeah, that'll be exclusive to this channel. And also just the stuff that doesn't really fit on the NLW, like the main channel. So I might do like an accessories video. I might do animation tutorials. After this stream's over, like, hopefully the comments will be up on this video. So if there's any video types that you want me to do, just comment down below, or just comment on like a recent video I've done. It doesn't matter where, like what videos you want to see on the NLW Things channel, because I want to kind of branch out a little bit. And yeah, the goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers soon. I'm very grateful for everyone who's already subscribed. We hit 500, which is like literally, I'm over the moon. Thank you so much. But that doesn't mean I'm going to neglect the main channel. It just means I want to do more content, not more content, more different kinds of content than I'm used to, like the reviews and stuff, which I enjoy making a lot. So that's where that'll be primarily. And if some of it's not your jam, yeah, that's completely fine. But I would urge you to subscribe anyway, because there is going to be a couple of videos that you will enjoy. So you don't have to watch all of them. But, you know, there might be one that comes along that you're like, oh, that's good. But the only place to find out is here on this channel. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Like, it means so much that you want to listen to me ramble on for 2.5 hours, and it just makes me, yeah, like I'm just happy. I'm just happy that you guys are here. I'll answer the last couple of questions, I should say, before I dip. Favorite singer? I don't know. Corey Taylor, I guess. I think that's such an emo answer, but yeah, Corey, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Unfollow me on Instagram at NLWstagram. The link will be in the description of this video. And if you haven't checked out my Patreon yet, it might be something worth looking at. There's a bunch of exclusive matches on there and things of that nature. So do go over there. You must be at least 13 years or older to go on my Patreon, by the way. It's just a standard rule, and I don't want to be taking money from like kids, so obviously. But that might be something you're interested in. Go ahead and look, and you can also request a 24/7 match for me to make. I've made like a bunch of different matches, and literally like the choice is yours. Can make a Survivor Series, Hell in a Cell, whatever you want. If you follow me on a Patreon or if you sign up. And are you sometimes embarrassed to collect? Oh, right. So, funny story before I go. I'm sorry I keep telling you I'm going to leave. I will leave by at least 12:30, but for like maybe before then. But I have to tell you this story. I was like, because I've gone toy hunting with my girlfriend before as well. Like, I'm not embarrassed anymore. Maybe before I used to be embarrassed by it, but I don't care anymore because everyone knows. But yeah, we went on a day trip. This was like 2 years ago with my mates, and we went to a place called the Entertainer, which is like a toy store in the shopping mall. And I was like, I'm gonna go and buy some toys, and they were like, oh yeah, sure. And I went in and I bought the the Braun Strowman, the Slamobile, and I came out of it and I was like, I bought a car, and they're like, oh, are you serious? You're serious about that? And I was like, yeah, I was. So I went home on the car on the train with the little car in my bag, and I was like, yeah, they were taking the mick, but it was all in good fun. I'm not embarrassed to collect. I'm a grown man. I play with toys. I earn money from it. Like it's fine, and you shouldn't feel bad about it. So why not? But yeah, that's my opinion on it. But yeah, thank you as well. Thank you, everyone. What's the hardest match to make? The hardest match to make, probably just anything with a cage, because it messes up the focus on the camera. Yeah, I want to make I'll buy everyone who's gone already, but yeah, like you should Chance. I used to do that a little bit, kind of throws off the flow of the editing a little bit. So I just had, but that'd be cool. But I don't know how to like make it sound like a crowd. Yeah, like you'll find like any person who wants to be in a relationship with you, man or woman, that is likes you for you and your hobbies, they're a keeper. That's all I'm going to say about that. But you'll find it. It's fine. And anyone, you'll be good. So, questions. One more question. I'll answer. One more. Anyone who wants to put anything in the chat, like the last one. Anything at all. And I'll go and I'll dip. No? Nothing? All right. So, thank you for watching. I'm going to end the stream now. But it's been a pleasure serving you. Thank you so much for watching me and spending the last 2 hours watching me animate. I would like to. No, she won't. That's a good question. No, definitely not. I'm not going to embarrass her like that. But you know what? You came at the end, but I'm still going to give you a shout out, Big Noob Entertainment. Thank you. You can watch the rest of the stream when I upload it. It was quite interesting. I answered a lot of questions, and it was fun. Fun times were had by all, but I'm pooped. But thank you for everyone who stayed in. I've got a lot of figs. I've got probably hundreds. I'm not sure, but everyone, yeah. So I end the stream now. thank you. Follow me on Instagram at NRW Instagram. Subscribe to the NRW Figs channel. I've got a lot of exciting content planned for this channel. And also remember, Metal is tomorrow. And it's live at 6 p.m. in the UK, 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 Central, 10 a.m. Pacific, and all that good jazz. And it's a good episode of Metal. Do please watch it. I'm not begging, but I'm on my knees. Please watch it. It's a good episode. McIntyre versus Jericho, Braun versus Naito, Firefly Funhouse, no DQ, Cody versus Flair. What more do you want? And then the week after, next Saturday, it's the NRW draft. You're going to love it. It's going to be great. Tuesday is NLW Turbo on this channel. Check that out soon. Hopefully going to come out with a video over the weekend as well. Just a little extra something. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I love you all. Thank you so much for being watching me. Yeah, bye. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Cheers.